Everybody, welcome to Stockradar Stocks on the Move for another week. Today's date is the 3rd of July 2025. My name is Richard Lee and I manage the stockradar.com.au website for you. Okay, I'm a little bit sore today. The knee operation went well, but it's quite sore, so I'm sitting up here, a little bit of pain, but I'll try and be as enthusiastic as I can as I go through today. I want to talk about my favourite topic, which is trends, so that hopefully will make me feel a bit better. So today I want to talk about what I love, and that's trends. Past ones, existing ones, and new ones. Let's examine the inhibitions that prevent us from profiting from them and how we get around those inhibitions and reset our minds to enable us to use them to our advantage. Words that come to mind for me when I'm doing this sort of stuff is process, blinkers, facts, and discipline. Helps me get through my trades well when I'm thinking about what I'm doing. Those sort of words are always what I use. Okay, so it's an interesting thing, the trends. The process of trend following is not a complicated thing. You really have to get it to understand it. You have to get to, you're not going to get the bottom or the top. You're just trying to track a chunk of trend. But really all you're doing is you're buying a break and you're lifting the stop. Buying a stock, lifting the stop. And the trend will go where it wants. We've evaluated what we think is going to be a trend. It may work, it may not. In most cases it does. So I'm going to show you a few examples today so you can have a look at it. Firstly, what we're going to go through is, of course, our trend intensity ratings. Top 10 there, mixed group of trend intensity ratings. Challenger's a new one, Downers making new highs, Hub and Net Wealth are doing well. We've got MPL here, which you can see the trend. Classic case of buy the break, lift your stop. Okay, we've got out of our congestion pattern, the market starts to trend, so we just lift our stop to follow it, okay? Venetia's making new highs, Brambles doing pretty well, CBA and Charter Hall are also doing well there. So there's 10 of our 47 stocks that we've got, which are all doing quite nicely at the moment. Good trends, which we're following and raising our stop on. Okay, stock pick count is down 2 from 2 weeks ago to 47, so we've lost 1 each week the last couple of weeks. The group of stocks I'm covering is 160, which has knocked out most of the REITs and LICs and stuff at the moment until I can cover those again. But I've had a few new stocks in there, which you'll see come up next week for you. Okay, but there's 47 trending stocks there for me at the moment for me to make some money on, which is great. Okay, so now let's go to the overseas markets. The portfolios actually aren't full at the moment because we've lost a couple this week. We lost Evolution out of our portfolio, which cut us back to 4 out of 5 in the 5 stock. We've still got 4 good stocks in there and a bit of cash there waiting to move on to something else. But generally the portfolios are fairly full at the moment. Okay, Dow Jones almost got it to its new high, looking pretty good. Volume's okay, momentum's good, moving average is good, and the same for the other two indices there, S&P and Nasdaq, which actually have made new highs and are looking great as well. So no real concern there. The indices just keep going. As we know, the market continues higher all the time in the long term, and here it is again doing the same sort of thing. And you would expect from a break of a new high, a new trending phase will develop. Okay, we'll see what happens. ASX 200 is challenging its highs as well. Surprise, surprise, and doing okay. It's had a great rally from the lows back here. It's an amazing term we've had this, and it keeps everyone guessing. You get nervous and fearful, all sorts of things. Greed and fear, all those the dominant things. Try and get them out of your mind and try and focus on what the reality is. At the moment, these indices look like they want to go higher. Go to commodities or gold. Again, we've seen a bit of selling action come through here, unlike what it was in the first part of the trend, but it hasn't really dented the price action. It's slowed it a little bit possibly. Momentum slowed a little bit, but really the trend is still up, and that's all I'm really interested in for the main part. The price is likely to be higher next week than it is this week. So that's gold for the moment. Copper's the exciting one. It's challenging those highs we've been looking at for quite some time. It's up there again. It had a big fall here back in April, and it's been clawing its way back ever since. And this really is the big area here that we're looking forward to get through. So some copper excitement might be about to occur. On the chart there, you've got it's above the average. The price is almost broken higher. Momentum is good. Volume is the weak link down the bottom there, not so strong at the moment. So we'll see what happens with that. But as we know, we're a weight of evidence argument. We don't base our argument on any one single thing. So hopefully the volume will pick up and just gives a little bit more confidence that the copper can go higher. Okay, Brent crude, well, really nothing for us there. It went up, went down, and we're really not very interested in that one at the moment. Okay, so as far as stocks go, I'm going to show you a few now. I'm going to go through a few existing ones, I'm going to show you a few previous ones and a few developing ones. The ones that might become the existing or the new ones that might start trending, because we're always looking to try and get on the new trends. We don't wait. We don't know these trends are going to occur until we actually see them. So we've always got to take our signals when they come. We've got to take our signal from Medibank. Got to take our signal from Brambles. When it happened, we needed to take it. Okay, that's how we make money. So Medibank Private's up 33% in 11 months. Not bad for Medibank Private. Megaport up 21% in 2 months. Brambles up 31% in 11 months. Telstra's up 17% in 5 months. And you've got GMD, RRL, which have also knocked the lights out there. So there's some existing trends there, and we'll just have a quick look at them. Medibank Private, you can see it here. It's just buy the breakout and then follow the trend. Simple as that. Where the trend ends, we don't know. We just lift our stop. Okay, it's a very, very simple equation. Great volume through here, great momentum, well above the average, plenty of room to come back there, but still we'll make that decision when it comes, because we've put our stop up. When the stock starts to move higher, we might move our stop a little bit tighter. So we'll just we'll wait and see. The stop there on Medibank Private, we have to go to the trading centre to find out, but it's certainly moving very well, and we have a profit to protect. Remember, our stop cuts any losses we want to have and protects any profit we have. Okay, so Megaport, again, another one which has done very well, up 21% in a couple of months. Nice little trend reversal back here, continuing high up towards this next resistance level here, which is again is a larger trend reversal, which we've talked about before. But it looks good. Volume's been great, momentum's been great. No change. We've got an alignment of the stars here, and all these stocks I'm showing you today, you will see the alignment of the stars: price, volume, moving average, and momentum indications, all confirming a break. Okay, Brambles, same sort of situation. We brought the break here, a very steady trend here, and now it's starting to accelerate. So even here you're starting to think about, well, it's been a steady trend but not going fantastic, and then all of a sudden it takes off again. So that's why I don't try and anticipate what markets are going to do, or get despondent if they just chop about, because you never know what they're going to do. And things like Medibank Private's the same thing. We chopped about for ages, and then all of a sudden it just took off. So so you never really know what's going to happen. So you just follow your strategy and be happy with the decision your strategy tells you to. Okay, because we don't get the top, we don't get the bottom, we're not interested in that. Okay, so that's Brambles. The other one is Telstra there, which is, not a nice run, a nice breakout. Nice breakout and a nice trend there for Telstra. Okay, so looking good, great volume, great moving average. Again, here is where you need to make the decision to buy it. Okay. I don't know what anyone felt at this point here, whether they're right about the high there, whatever it might have been, but that's where you make a decision, because your system says yes, because it goes up, price breaks above the average, volume is good, and momentum's just kicked into positive territory. It's starting to move higher. Okay, excuse me. Genesis Minerals, gangbusters, great trade. Buy the break and follow it higher. Okay, it took a little while to get up on the spike, this one, but again, that's nothing you can do about it. Everyone will be different. Okay, but if you can get on this little trend, which has happened here, then you'll be very, very happy indeed, because it will make you lots of money. Okay, so very healthy demand, and we can see here evidence of selling here. Okay, momentum's got a little bit flatter here, so we've got to be wary of these things. But again, the only reason you sell is when your stop goes off. Okay, so we buy it, get the signal here, we buy it, and we haven't had no reason to sell it, because it's always been above our stop, which in my case remains around 10 to 15% behind the price. Sometimes I tighten it a bit tighter if the market really moves off. Okay, Regis Resources, another one, similar picture. We've got a bit of selling starting to appear. We had a good trend up with this one, a good breakout from accumulation pattern, a good trend. We're heading up towards the old highs here at R1, so we had a bit of hesitation, and we can see a bit of selling here. Momentum's just tailed off, but our stop hasn't gone off yet. Okay, so we do have a profit to protect, and we will protect it when we're told. But at the moment, we're still holding this one in there. Trend intensity rating is still +7, and not bad. Okay, so some of the existing ones or previous ones that we ran was Evolution Mining. Okay, so we just got out of this one a couple of weeks ago. It took off here. A bit of selling's appeared. Momentum's gone flat. Not that that matters. This should be trend intensity rating of -4. But so that's when we bought it, and that's when we sold it, and why we sold it and why we bought it is all there pretty clear to see. So most importantly, the stop has been hit, so we sell. But be happy with what you've got. I can't spell what, but that's okay. But that's where it is. So I don't know what's going to do from here. It could do a technology one and go straight back up again. It could do a Telex and start going down again. I don't really know. But really, the name of the game is knowing why you buy and knowing why you sell. And you'll know what to do from there. Okay, the other one I'll look at is Pro Medicus. Again, we've had a couple of good trades in Pro Medicus. Again, it's alignment of the stars again, alignment of the stars again. We had a good profit to protect here, so we sold it here on the bump down. And again here with Commodities, it broke our stop. Our stop was nice and tight here, protecting those gains. And it's gone. So here we're looking pretty happy here, and now we're wondering what's going on. Now it actually hasn't broken the highs again, so we're still neutral in this stock. Why are we neutral? Because we still haven't got a new high yet. So we still follow all those rules that we do, but the name of the game is to take a chunk of trend you can do, and Commodities, we did that very well. Telex Pharmaceuticals, which I talked about, same thing, breakout, buy. Again, you don't know this is going to happen. No one ever knows this is going to happen, so you've just got a bit of faith and know that we base our premises on the long-term trend of the stock market is up. Trends occur all the time, okay? So this trend did occur, it was a nice trend, and you can see we've got stopped out up here, and sure enough, as soon as we got stopped out, it went straight back to the highs, but has not got through yet, so we still remain neutral on this stock. The new high is our line in the sand. If we go through here, then we buy it. For the moment, it's tailing off a little bit. We've got a bit of selling occurring through here, started back here in the highs there, momentum's fallen flat there, so I'm probably pretty happy that I'm actually neutral in Telex Pharmaceuticals at the moment. Technology 1, okay, another friend. Good trend here, breakout, buy it and lift your stop, set your stop. So here we go again, we've got a nice trend here again, a little low point here to set our stop below. It's broken there, it's gone down there. Again, we weren't too sure what's going to happen there, but we're neutral, and then of course it goes straight back up again. As soon as it goes through here, we buy the break and rallies again. So again, new high, above the average, volume, momentum goes positive. So the signals are there for you. It's just a matter of making sure you follow them. That's how you get on trends. You don't wait till they've happened and then say, oh, gee, I wish I'd done that. You've really got to get onto before they happen, bite the bullet, and do the right thing. Okay, so this is some previous ones I want to talk about. So selling is not an easy thing to do for a lot of people. It's hard to know, but you must have a strategy by which to sell, and you must be happy with what you get, because you're never going to get the top of the bottom. Forget about that. Don't worry about it if it goes up the next day and you sold. It doesn't really matter, because you're not going to get it right all the time. That's a human emotion coming involved, and you can't really allow that to happen. So if I go to the next few charts, we've got Metcash, which is banged higher all of a sudden. I don't really know why that's happened. I'm sure somebody can tell me, but I'm not interested. It's broken higher, and it's looking very good. Trend intensity rating of +9. We've got a good little base pattern here. Then all of a sudden this started to rally. So we're getting a confirmation here, developing trend, starts to rally through here. Then we get trend reversal here above this point here, these old lows. And it then moves higher pretty quickly. So momentum's there, volume's there, moving averages there. So you buy Metcash, and you never know what's going to happen. So we just wait and let it happen, lift our stop, and protect what we've got. Okay, Challenger. Another one, a totally different situation. This has been trading in a range for years, and all of a sudden it's broken out. Now, it was $5.50 back in March. It's now $8. So the price has rallied enormously, but I'm not interested really in the price itself. I'm more interested in the price action. That tells me what the price is going to do. So we're always surprised by the stock market, so it'll be interesting to see what's happened to the Challenger if it does have a good rally from here, because I would expect it would. Now, I'll protect myself with my stop, because I may not be right, but that's what I'm expecting to happen, and I'll manage the situation with my stop, okay? So that's Challenger, and the next one I've got for you is Ventia Services, which we've had a few trades on this stock since the start of 2024, when it broke out of a nice accumulation pattern, had a good rally. This was quite a good rally here, but it sort of shrinks up because we've got all these big moves occurring at the moment. But then we get a protection here. We protect what we've got. It wasn't a huge profit. It was probably $3 to around about 360. That's not to be sneezed at. Then we get a new high again here. Volume picks up, momentum's still positive, and we get to rally here, and our stop goes off here, so we're out again. Okay, the market does go down in this instance, but it's clawed its way back up again. Again, we're doing nothing at this point here, because what we look for is either going to be a trend reversal or a new high. So in this situation, we've got a new high. It breaks to a new high, so we buy the stock and set our stop. That's how it works, and that's how we do it. So that's Ventia Services. So all of these stocks, Ventia, CGF, Metcash, will they become the next Medibank Private, T&E? I don't know. But this is how you get on them. You've got to get them now in the early stages, not look at them and think, I wish I bought it, because that doesn't work, and that doesn't help your bank balance too much. Okay, so The strength of our control portfolio strategy is focusing on few trends. Okay, so we only need 4 or 5 in our portfolios to leverage our exposure with 20% of our capital. So if I've got a 5-stock portfolio, I've got 20% of my capital in one stock. Always risk protected for sure, but if a stock does go off, which in the last couple of years we've seen some of these stocks like Commodities, like technology one, just take off, which has really been a huge boost to our portfolios. And at 20% of the capital in your portfolio, it's going to really make it run. That's why that homepage chart you see has gone on enormously over the last couple of years. So don't be scared. The whole process is risk managed. When we're wrong, we just cut them out because we've got to stop. The trick is also in the selling. You can generate a profit, but can you keep it? And that's always the name of the game in this situation. It's hard. It's always easy to buy, but you must have a strategy that tells you when to sell. And then you must be happy with what you get, because because it's important that you're happy. Because if you don't, you're going to get a bit disillusioned by it all. So you've just got to be happy that you get a profit. And if you can keep doing that and rolling it over every time, then you're going to do very well. So you don't have to be making money all the time. The last couple of years were bad, previous to COVID. Then we had a couple of great years. The markets are always different, but when these markets occur, they're just gold, and you just got to make money in them, because this is what the stock market does, and you've got to recognise it and you've got to run with it. So don't procrastinate. The markets, whether it goes high from here, we've got all the indices making new highs after some great runs. So that means, I've got 47 stock picks in there at the moment, which means there's probably another 100 stocks that still haven't broken out yet, or are still going down or sideways. So there's going to be opportunities there. So we take them as they come, otherwise we'll miss it all out. Okay, so I just want to go through a couple of quick slides today, just about trends. Trend following. Back to our roots, our original proposition is following a trend. If you can learn how to follow a trend in an unadulterated, unbiased manner, you will do well, because they occur all the time and they're always very lucrative. Stock market always surprises us on the upside. So cool heads will make the cool decisions. Okay, you make those decisions when the system tells you to. My thing is following the many trends that present in the stock market. They do it all the time. Market moves in trends. The simple process of trend following is to buy the break and manage it with a stop. And it really is that simple. Okay, so there's my lovely disclaimer, and that's about it. Okay, that's really all I've got for you today. I just really want to talk about the trends today, and try and just focus you on what they are and how they work. Try and keep your blinkers on. You might have other strategies that you use, but the same situation. You've got to work with stops. You've got to be risk managed. You've got to understand how your system works and how you interact with it, and take all your signals. All this sort of stuff is about good trading. Okay, so you can take a free trial of Stockradar. Always happy to take a free trial, chat to any new members, trying to understand what I'm trying to do. So if you want to do that, it's fine. Remember, our trading centre has all that information, all boxed up, simple, easy to read format for you to take all that information and to look at it and to benefit from it. So hopefully I can cut through some of the shit for you and focus you on what the trends are and what the trends are moving, which ones are going to occur. Okay, now, in my somewhat haze, I think I've gone through most of the stuff I wanted to today. I think I have. So I hope you guys are all doing okay in this market, because it really is a good market. There's some great trends to follow there and some good ones to run. Following a trend is one of the easiest stock market strategies we can use, because they occur all the time. Okay, the main block preventing us from catching them is ourselves, or you. Once we can get over that hump, the rest is easy. Blinkers on, focus on what's important, a trend, and be very disciplined in what you do. And if you do that, you'll start to make some good money, and all of a sudden it'll unravel nicely for you. Okay, so watch your trends, heed your stops, keep it simple, have fun, stay safe, and I hopefully will see you all next week for another round of Stocks on the Move from Stockradar. Okay, thanks very much. See you later.